and welcome my friends to a new episode of Kids Trivia. Today we are going to have a new competition. And as you know, every time we have a new theme. And today's theme is more parables. So let's first start by introducing our team. This team, what's your name and how old are you?
I'm Daniel and I'm 10.
I'm Justina and I'm 10.
I'm Roger and I'm 11.
I'm Marina and I'm 10.
Good to have you today. How about this team? What's your name and how old are you?
I'm Anthony and I'm 10.
I'm Maya and I'm 10.
I'm Matthew and I'm 9.
I'm Marola and I'm 10.
It's really great to have both teams today. So now I'm gonna ask you, each team, to choose a name for their team. You have 50 seconds. Start. Okay, are you done? Okay, Roger.
Our team name is Archangel Raphael.
Angel Raphael. Okay. How about this team? Matthew?
Angel Michael.
Archangel Michael? Okay. So here we have Archangel Michael, and here we have Angel Raphael. Okay. Are you ready for the competition? Okay, let's start. First question is for Angel Raphael. In the parable of the lost sheep, a man owned 100 sheep and he lost 10 of them, just one of them, half of them, 3 of them. You have 50 seconds. Is it that easy?
Yes.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. Daniel.
One of them?
One of them? Okay, let's see. B. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Now the tax collectors and all the sinners were gathering around Jesus. And he was sitting with them and eating with them and talking to them about the kingdom of God as usual. But the Pharisees and the teachers of the law, they thought, how is he talking about God and he's sitting with sinners? So they thought, that shouldn't be like this. So Jesus felt that they were upset that he was sitting with the sinners. So he decided to tell them this parable about the lost sheep. And in this parable, a man owned 100 sheep and he lost one of them. The answer is B, correct answer.
Thank you.
Okay, so now Angel Raphael scored 1 point. So the next question is for Archangel Michael. Let's see. The lost sheep here represents a savior, a sinner, a sacrifice, a troublemaker. You have 50 seconds. Start. "25 seconds left. Are you done? Okay, Anthony.
B.
B, a sinner? Final answer? Okay, let's listen to this. So in the parable of the lost sheep, a man owned 100 sheep and he lost one of them. When he lost one of them, he didn't say, it's okay. I have still 99 sheep. Who cares about this one lost sheep? No. And this means that he loves this one lost sheep. He went everywhere to look for this one lost sheep. Now that doesn't mean that he doesn't care about the 99 because he left the 99 and he went for the one sheep. But because those 99 sheep are in front of his eyes and they're near to him, he wasn't as worried about them. But because the lost sheep was away from him, he said, it might hurt itself or it might be in danger. I must go everywhere and look for it. And the same thing is with God. God have a lot of good people around him loving him. But there are also sinners, some sinners. those sinners are away from God. He cares so much for those sinners. That doesn't mean that he doesn't care about the people who love him and they pray for him. But he wants also those sinners to be safe. So here, the lost sheep represents a sinner. The answer is B, correct answer. Yeah! Okay, so now Archangel Michael scored 1 point. And the next question is for Angel Raphael. And the question is, in the parable of the lost coin, how many coins were left with the woman after she lost her coin? A, 99, 19, is it 49, or is it 9? You have 50 seconds. Are you done? Is that easy? Okay, Justina?
D.
D9.
Yes.
Okay. So Jesus wanted to make the idea about that God cares so much for sinners more clear to his followers and more clear also to the Pharisees and the teachers of the law who think themselves that they're only the good people who are going to enter the kingdom of heaven. So he told them this story about a woman that also lost her coin. And she had some coins. And she lost only 1 coin. And she didn't say, oh, okay, I have 9 other coins. I'm not gonna look for this lost coin. She went everywhere. And she lit up a lamp. And she swept the floor. And she looked for it everywhere until she found it. This woman originally had 10 coins, and when she lost her coin, she had 9 coins. The answer is D, correct answer. Yeah! So now Angel Raphael scored 2 points. And the next question is for Archangel Michael, and the question is, in the parable of the lost coin, what does the woman do when she finds her lost coin? She hides it. She gives it to her friends. She sells it. She invites her friends. 50 seconds. "25 seconds left. Are you done? Okay, Maya.
B.
B, she gives it to her friends?
Yes.
Final answer?
I think we, is it a final answer?
Is this your final answer?
What do you think?
Yes, no, no,
What do you
yes.
think? Just think.
Okay, we have to decide on an answer because the time is up, so I'm gonna take the answer now.
C.
C, she sells it? Okay, let's see. Okay, so in this parable, the woman had 10 coins. And when she lost her coin, she went everywhere, as we said. She looked for it, and when she found it, she was so happy. Now this woman here was so happy and was so keen to find this lost coin. It's just like God. Although he has a lot of good people around him, but one bad person or one sinner, he cares so much about him to come back to him. And when he comes back, this sinner, the heavens rejoice with the coming back of this sinner. And all the angels sing and rejoice with this coming back of the sinner. So when the woman found this lost coin, she was so happy. And so she called her friends, she invited them to celebrate with her. So she invites her friends. The answer is D. Wrong answer, sorry. But we still have more questions for you to win, don't worry. So now the score is for Angel Raphael is 2, And for Archangel Michael is 1. And the next question is for Angel Raphael. The question is, the parable of the prodigal son is also known as the parable of the lost son, young son, sad son, disobedient son. 50 seconds. Are you done? Okay, Roger.
We picked A, lost son.
Lost son? Okay, let's see. So after Jesus told the crowd about the parable of the lost sheep and the lost coin, and he explained to them how God is so keen to find those sinners and bring them back to him. So he decided to tell them the parable of the prodigal son. And it also has the same idea. And the parable of the prodigal son is also known as the lost son. Answer is A, correct answer. Yeah! So now Angel Raphael scored 3 points. And Angel Michael scored 1 point. And the question is for Archangel Michael. So, and the question is, after the prodigal son wasted all his money, there was a severe, what? Blank, in the whole country. Was it a severe sickness, flood, earthquake, or famine? 50 seconds. $25 seconds left. Are you done?
Yes.
Matthew.
D.
Famine. Okay. Are you sure?
Yes.
So, in the parable of the prodigal son, it's about a man. I'm sure most of you know this parable, but for those of you who don't know, a man had 2 sons. The younger son came one day to his dad and he told him, I don't want to live here anymore. I want to live on my own. I want my money, and I'm just going to go somewhere away and live on my own with my freedom. I want my freedom. I want to be away from you. So, of course, the dad, his heart was broken. But he didn't want to force his son to do something. He wanted to do things according to his free will. So he told him, although his heart was broken, he decided, okay, I'm gonna give you your share of my estate, and I'm gonna give you the money, and you are going to go. So he took the money and he traveled far away in a far country. And in this country, he lived so freely and he partied with his friends. He wasn't really acting as a responsible person. So he wasted all his money. And after he wasted all his money, he didn't have anything to do and he didn't have any money to bring food. And also, at this time, the whole country was suffering from a severe hunger. And this hunger means that they were suffering of a severe famine. The answer is D, correct answer. Yeah. So now, Archangel Michael, the score is 2 for Archangel Michael and 3 for Angel Raphael. And the next question is for Angel Raphael. When the son came to his senses, he decided to go back to his father and tell him, make me like one of your friends, sons, hired servants, or relatives. You have 50 seconds. $25 seconds left. Are you done? Okay, Marina.
C.
C, hired servants. Final answer?
Yes.
Sure? Okay. Let's listen to the rest of the parable. So when the son found himself with no money and no food, he decided he's gonna go and look for a job. And it was really hard to find a job at that time because there was a famine and it was just hard. So finally he found a job, but this job wasn't really good. He was taking care of the pigs, feeding them. And because this job wasn't really good, he didn't earn that much money. And therefore, he couldn't afford to buy food for himself. And he was watching the pigs eating the pods, and he was craving those pods. See how much he was hungry? So he had this thought, how many servants my dad has in his house, and they have this much food to eat, a lot of kinds of food, and they are never hungry. So how about I go back to my dad? But I don't think he's gonna accept me as his son anymore. Well, how about I tell him, make me like one of your servants. So he decided to go back and ask him, make me like one of your hired servants. The answer is C, correct answer. Yeah! So now, Angel Raphael scored 4 points. Good job. And Archangel Michael scored 2 points. You still have a chance. And the next question is for Archangel Michael. And the question is, the younger son represents the sinner who comes back to God, while the elder son represents arrogant people, honest people, caring people, hypocrite people. You have 50 seconds. "25 seconds. Are you done? Okay, Marula.
A.
A, arrogant people. I'll take that as the final answer. Okay, let's listen to the story. So, the son was on his way back to his father's house. And while he was walking, he was thinking, oh, I'm gonna tell him I wanna be one of your servants. And I'm sure he's gonna accept. Or maybe he's not gonna accept, maybe I'm gonna tell him something else, but I'm sure he's gonna accept. So while he was walking, he didn't know that actually his dad was so keen for him to have him back. So what he didn't know that when he arrived there, his dad ran to him and he hugged him, and he didn't give him even a chance to talk about being a servant or something like that. He just ordered all his servants to make a big party, big celebration for this son because he came back. And it's just like God does when any sinner comes back to him. But what happened is that the elder son thought, he's making all this celebration for a disobedient son like this one? I am the one who was supposed to be having this celebration. I am the good person here. I have been serving him all my life. And actually, this parable Jesus was saying because he knew that among all those sinners he was sitting with, there were some Pharisees and tax collectors who were so snobby and thought that they're the only good people that are supposed to go to the kingdom of heaven. So he said this to make them know that God doesn't only care about the good people, he loves them, but he also cares about the sinners who come back to him, and he becomes really happy with the coming back of those sinners. So the elder son represents those Pharisees and those teachers of the law. So the elder son here represents arrogant people. And the answer is A, correct answer. Yeah! So now, Archangel Michael scored 3 points, and Angel Raphael scored 4 points. And the next question is for Angel Raphael. And the question is, in the parable of the unforgiving servant, the servant owed the king 10,000 bags of gold, 10,000 silver coins, 10,000 bags of silver, or it's 10,000 gold coins, and you have 50 seconds. Are you done? Okay, Daniel.
A, 10,000 bags of gold.
10,000 bags of gold? Yes. Okay. So let's listen to this story. One day Peter came to Jesus and told him, "How many times should I forgive my brother when he sins to me, when he bothers me?" And he told him, "Is 7 times okay?" And he thought he was giving him a big number. 7 times. I've forgiven someone 7 times, and I've done a great job forgiving 7 times. But he was surprised when Jesus answered. He told him, "No, actually, not 7 times. It's 70 times 7. How much is 70 times 7? It's 490. So do you think this is true? Does Jesus want us to count, okay, 1, 2, 3, and then 400, 401, 402? Does he want us to count? But this actually means that he's telling him, you have to forgive as much as you can. Do not count how many times you forgive your friend or your brother when he sins against you. And then he gave them this parable. This parable is called the parable of the unforgiving servant. And it's about a servant who owed his king a certain amount. We're gonna know at the end. So one day this king called his servant and he told him, I want you to give me this thing that you owe me back. I want it back. So he told him, but I cannot give it to you now because I don't have it. So he told him, okay, so you and your wife and your children are gonna be sold to pay this debt. So he told him, no, please give me a chance. So the king decided to give him a chance. And he told him, okay, he felt pity for him. He told him, okay, you may leave. And he canceled his debt. See how good this king is? And actually, can you imagine how much he owed him? He owed him 10,000 bags of gold. The answer is A, correct answer. Yeah! Okay, so now Angel Raphael scored 5 points and Archangel Michael scored 3 points. And the next question is for Archangel Michael. The question is, what did the servant do to his friend who owed him 100 silver coins? Gave him a chance, warned him, put him in jail, beat him. 50 seconds. Are you done? Okay. And Maya?
C, put him in jail.
Put him in jail. Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Now, after this servant went out, he found one of his fellow servants. This fellow servant owed him 100 silver coins. So he came to him and he almost choked him. He told him, give me back my money. So he told him, give me a chance. He told him, no, I'm not gonna give you a chance. And I don't know why didn't he give him a chance. It's like his master just left for him 10,000 bags of gold. He didn't put him in, he didn't sell him because of this 10,000 bags of gold. And he doesn't wanna give his friend a chance for only 100 silver coins. So, it's just like God, when He forgives us 10,000 times, but we don't forgive our brothers and sisters. We don't forgive our friends for little sins that they do to us. So, in this parable, Jesus said that this servant put his friend in jail. The answer is C, correct answer. Yeah! So now Archangel Michael scored 4 points. And the next question is for Angel Raphael. In the parable of the 10 virgins, the foolish ones didn't have enough. Flour, food, oil, money. You have 50 seconds. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay, Justina.
C.
C?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
It's oil?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. In the parable of the 10 virgins, this parable is about being ready for the coming back of Christ. And half of those virgins were wise virgins, and the other half of them were foolish virgins. They wanted to prepare themselves for the wedding. The bridegroom was coming, and they wanted to prepare themselves for the wedding. So the wise ones took their lamps, and they took along with them some oil in jars. But the foolish ones didn't take this oil with them. So the answer is C, correct answer. Yeah! So now Angel Raphael scored 6 points and Archangel Michael scored 4 points. And the next question is for Archangel Michael. When the foolish ones came back to the wedding, they found the bridegroom waiting. The doors closed, the doors opened, the wedding ended. 50 seconds. "25 seconds left. Are you done? Yeah. Okay, Maya?
D, the wedding ended.
The wedding ended. Okay, are you sure?
Yes.
Positive?
Yes.
Okay, let's listen to the rest of the parable. Okay, the 5 wise ones had extra oil with them, and the foolish ones didn't have oil with them. So when the groom came, the foolish ones, because they didn't have enough oil in their lamps were turned off. So they went to the wise ones. They told them, "Can you give us some of your oil?" But they told them, "No, we don't have enough for both of us. You have to go and buy it for yourself." So then this oil in the lamp represents being ready for the coming of the bridegroom. And the bridegroom here represents Christ. So are you ready for Christ to come? Or are you gonna be not ready? So the wise ones were obviously ready, but the foolish ones weren't. So they went quickly, but it was too late to buy the oil. But when they came back, they found the doors closed. And the answer is B. Wrong answer, and this was the last question. So before announcing the scores, I want to thank both teams for being with us today. Both of you did a great job. And remember, we are always winners with the presence of Christ among us and with learning more about the Bible and today we learned a lot about the parables, right? So I want to thank both teams, and now we're going to announce the scores. For Angel, Raphael is 6, versus Archangel Michael is 4. Thank you very much, and unfortunately our time is over, but we're gonna see you next week with more to know with Kids Trivia. Bye.